there was no canine DNA anyway. And my risk here, Julia, the risk here to me is that this might confuse the jury, because juries gravitate towards the inflammatory. With the testimony of this doctor, they might be confused to think that she's testifying as to the cause of John O'Keefe's death, as opposed to what the bite marks are. Because we know that the purpose of the bite marks are a tangential part of the theory of the defense. Nobody's arguing that the bite marks are why John O'Keefe died. What the defense is saying is that bite marks show that he was dragged into the Alpert home, beaten to death, mauled by Chloe, and then dragged back out, and then maybe perhaps Bigfoot killed him at that point, right? That's the theory that, as I understand it. So I think she might confuse the jury with her testimony, because, and the judge is going to be thinking about this, right? Maybe the jury might think that she's testifying as to the cause of death for John O'Keefe, as opposed to what those bite marks signify, because they are, obviously they're important. We all want to know how he got those dog bites, those marks. But he might have gotten those marks because of the fact that he was mauled by an animal, by a scavenger animal, after the fact, which is more likely, which is the only likely thing other than, opposed to being dragged into the Alpert home and beaten to death. That's why I think that this decision by Judge Canone is going to be very important.
I think it's important that you reminded us of this larger picture, because after you start talking about SUV versus dog bites, what do these scratches mean? You start thinking, well, the prosecution says the cause of death was the SUV, but the defense isn't saying the cause of death was Chloe. It's a lot bigger.